What's up, YouTube? Plus Master here, bringing you our Travel Deck Thursday, going over Dark States, and we're going to be going over Bruce with his new powerhouse, Leonard. Alright, let's get you that deck profile. So what we got here is just our start line, and it's just going to be the original start line. When you ride the grade 1 on top of the grade 0, the grade 0 comes back like with the old Forerunner skill, and then when you ride the grade 2, you can put the grade 0 or any other rearguard that they have back into the soul to draw the card. And then Bruce doesn't really have a skill except for giving you Final Rush. We're going to be playing 3 of the Bruce to be able to get that Persona ride off and to maximize the power of our columns, and it also being able to gain access with Pronabulb to be able to get the Persona ride more consistently. So we're playing 3 Bruce, we're playing 3 of the other grade 3 that she just allows us to kind of get that combo play off with Leonard to get the multiple attacks, which we'll be going over later in the video. And she helps you draw cards also to help maintain a defensive state and maybe get some cards for the following Final Rush turn if you don't finish them off there. Then we're going to be playing 3 of the new order card from DBT02. This one's going to basically help you if you don't have the Persona ride and maximize it if you do have the Persona ride, making your numbers just insane, making it easier to get the multiple hit combo off because they're going to have to let some of the attacks hit. So 3 of those, really recommended, great card. And then we are going to be going over the grade 2s, which is the new one from DBT02, playing 4 Leonards. It's a Leonard focused deck because we really want to try and get off that really cool 6 to 7 attack combo, right? I mean, that's like what it's going for right now. And just also the pressure of 5 attacks is a lot. So when you multiply the attacks, you have the Persona ride, you have the order card, your opponent's really like, oh gosh, and you Persona road too, and then that, it becomes a lot. So then our backup grade 2 is going to be the Eden, I believe, which he's just good pressure. If he hits, he gets to pop something, which is really nice, especially to have in Dark States, right? I mean, I don't think they retire all that much. But so it's really nice to be able to have access to something to pop something. It is on hit skill, but when you stand it on your own Final Rush, it gets an extra crit. So it also is pressuring in that sense. It's a really good card. I think it still holds a spot in the deck. And then we're just playing 4 of the Perfect Guard where you don't have to discard to be able to use its skill to block out the attack if you have 2 or less cards. Going on to the other grade 1s, Pronabulb, he's a main focus of the deck. He is what helps make the combo go off, and he is also the card that lets you get defensive stuff to your hand. So if you get those Perfect Guards into your soul, the over trigger into your soul, the front trigger, any trigger that's defensive, grab it out of your hand. Grab it out of their soul and put it into your hand. Then we got the new Gear Dog. Geared Over? The new Geared Over guy, which he gives you soul, and then you can also give 10k to Leonard to make it so even more pressuring. So now it's like Leonard already without any triggers with the Persona ride and the grade 3 order. He's already got a plus 30k to him with all of those. I mean, it is piece reliant, so you have to remember that. That's why some people play draw triggers, but still, if you can get the consistent 5 attacks off and 2 of you guys have crits, I think you're going to be putting mad pressure on them, especially when that's what Zorga does, and all it does is kind of get high numbers and give the other units crits, and it can finish people off pretty well. Next is just 2 copies of the Acrobat, which his main purpose, like, you really only need 1 of him unless you're like so far behind in soul in late game where you need 2, but I don't know exactly unless you drop 1 from hand and call 1 from soul. Not quite sure how you're going to be able to do that. So he is just going to help you recover that soul to make it so you get the 5 soul when you're running low and you're relying on Leonard to hit to get you that extra 2 soul. You really want the Acrobat to ensure you that 2 soul. But we're only playing him at 2 because you can't control his effect. So, I mean, unless you play him down like your first grade 3 turn and then he soul charges 1. Right? Yeah, he just 1. But after that, he's going to soul charge 2 no matter what, and that could cause you to deck out, and you want to prevent that. So next is just our trigger lineup. It's over here on the top. We're just playing 8 crit to hopefully finish that game off with multiple attacks. You really don't want to go too long into the game, and I would probably recommend draw triggers too. If you're not seeing your pieces enough and you're not doing your mulligans to get the pieces, which you want to get 1 Eden and 1 of the grade 3 girl, which is going to just ensure your combo. And if you can get a pronable with that, you'll be set. You really, and the other 2 cards are just to get you to your through your ride line and stuff like that. You know, because you're going to be taking a lot of hits trying to gather all these pieces. So it's kind of recommended. You want to go for about, I would say 3 damage on grade 1. You want to start blocking if that happens, right? If you're getting close to 3 on grade 1, you want to start blocking. When you're before you can do your final rush turn, you want to hit 4. Like, going 4 after that, because you can take 1 more damage. You'll probably be a high above them in damage, so you have a chance to drive check a trigger to get rid of them, 1 of those damages, or you can take a damage and hopefully get a heal trigger to remove 1 of those damages. So you want to basically not block anything until after 4 damage before your first final rush turn. That's what I would recommend. Anyway, you guys can do whatever feels comfortable to you. If you think it's smart to just block every single thing, which might not be a bad idea if everything you have is triggers. You're just like, well, I'll get them later. I just won't take any damage now. I won't take that damage later. Which, if you're going up against Bruce and they got a better hand, they will probably kill you. But anyway, so what else we got here? Got our little pad to be able to keep track, which doesn't matter anyway. I'm going to edit me looking down. So, and then we're just playing the Dark State trigger with the 3 new front triggers from DBT02. Alright, now we're going over the combo. It can be done multiple ways. I'm going to just go over what I came up with. It still ended up as the 7 attacks, so let's go over it. Right here we got our setup. You really need the Leonard and the Pronobulb in the back. That is like essential, and the Marjorie on the other column. Those are the essentials, and being on Final Rush, obviously. So what we also have is the Gyarados behind. This can be any card basically, because you just kind of want something to put the Marjorie, to put into the soul with Marjorie skill. And we also have another Pronobulb behind Marjorie. Just kind of extend, do a little bit more stuff, you know. Fun things. So the first thing you do, you attack with the Marjorie. And then that is going to be putting the Gyarados into soul. After that, you're going to attack with the Leonard and Pronobulb, sending the Marjorie, Counterblast, send the Marjorie into soul, and then you can grab a card from soul, which will be a trigger, or the Perfect Guard, the PG, or a Persona Ride. And then you'll be able to call something if it hits, which we put out our Leonard, and geared over again. And then now we're swinging with the Leonard and Pronable to be able to use its effect again. And we're going to be able to put the other Leonard back into Soul now. And then we're going to grab the Marjorie, which you can grab another Leonard if you want, because you obviously just put one into Soul. So you can grab that if you want. Then we're going to attack with the Marjorie, put the Pronable that's rest into Soul. Then we're going to attack with Bruce and the geared over and give Leonard the power. And then after that you can Soul Blast, well, when you attack, right? You Soul Blast 5 and you get to stand your 2 rear guards. So we're going to be able to stand that Marjorie and Leonard to get the 6th and 7th attack. So there's multiple ways that it can be done. Hopefully these are some things that you can kind of see. Really, the only 3 cards that you need are the Leonard, the Marjorie, and the Pronable. So that's really all you need. After that, you're set. You can start doing the combo. So you do want a nice first final rush, but you want to kind of finish them off on the second one. So you want to save some stuff, or at least put the things that you're going to use back into Soul, which they will most likely eventually get something that will call something from Soul during main phase instead of having to do it battle phase, because you got a lot of access, right, to cards in your Soul. If you can call them out on main phase to use them for attacks, it'll help a lot more. So there's that combo for you guys. That's going to be the deck profile. That's going to be the combo tutorial. Sorry I had to get this video out late. I just wasn't feeling so good. I actually had to go to the hospital yesterday. Got some stuff for my body. So now I am feeling better and I was able to get this video out to you. I'm also going to be getting the part 2 where we're going to be going over the secondary ride lines of Overdress with Steven and the how to start playing Vanguard series. So if you want to see some more of that, hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. I'm out.